I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Royal Rumble for Sega Dreamcast game review. Now, if you've ever played this game, this review really needs no words, but this is for all the people, I guess, who've forgotten how horrible it was, or have never even heard of it, which is probably most people. Alright, now, by the way, you might have seen a trailer that I made for this game, that I had, I was going to do all these skits, and I was going to have game footage and this sort of thing, but the project was a little bit over my head, and I kind of abandoned it. Sorry about that, but all this game is all up in my head, and I remember it very clearly, so I can easily do this review just talking about it, so here we go. First of all, this game does not say that it's an arcade game, but that's what it is, and unfortunately, they failed to mention it on the front or the back, or really give you any inclination that it was anything but a regular wrestling game that you would come to expect from around the year 2000. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You know, this is back before you had YouTube and social media, and you could really find things on the internet very easily. So, I had no idea. I saw some pictures of the game, and I wanted to buy it, basically. So, in Christmas of 2000, this was one of the presents I got for my Sega Dreamcast. I also got Sonic Adventure, which I played Sonic Adventure probably hundreds of hours, and this one maybe about 1 hour. So it was a little bit of a sad Christmas that year, but hey, I mean, being a Sega Dreamcast owner, you grew to become disappointed. Alright, first of all, like I said, this is an arcade game. I would have known it was an arcade game if I actually seen an arcade console thing of this ever in my life. I saw WrestleMania the arcade game, which says arcade game on it, and I saw Hydro Thunder everywhere I went, but not this one, not one time ever. Alright, it's called Royal Rumble, and in most of the time you have a 30-man Royal Rumble, right? Well, there's only 20 superstars in the game. You get 2 unlockable characters, I'll get to that later, most likely, but that makes, what, 22? The lowest Royal Rumble you can have is 30 people. Then it goes to 60, 90, and infinite. I don't know how much sense an infinite Royal Rumble makes, but it's on there. It's basically for ranking purposes because it's an arcade game, but I just thought that was weird. So obviously you have wrestlers reappearing with different attires on and all that sort of thing. But I must say the Royal Rumble aspect of this game is very solid. First of all, the game plays exactly like SmackDown 1 and SmackDown 2. Obviously the controller is different, but, you know, punch, grapple, run, block, finisher, moving around, it's all pretty much exactly the same thing. But unlike SmackDown, this game plays very fluidly. There's hardly any loading times, especially on the Royal Rumble, there's no loading time at all. On SmackDown 1 and 2, you have to wait a couple seconds every time the timer comes down and somebody has to come out. So that is vastly improved. The Dreamcast was a machine. In my opinion, it was a little bit better than the PlayStation 2 when it came to graphics and it came to loading time and things of that nature, but we all know who won that battle. Alright, so I talked about the Royal Rumble. Oh, let me talk about it some more since I'm on the subject. For instance, you get these specials. You get like up to 5 of them. You can use your special as a finishing move, or you can use it as a special move, you know, like not your finisher, but a special move. You know what I'm saying? You can use it to instantly block things, and also in the Royal Rumble, you can use it to get from being thrown out, which is a huge plus. So if you got one of those stored up, no matter how screwed up you are, you can get out. I really like the way that they use the Royal Rumble eliminations a lot better than other games. For instance, you can pick a guy up and like hit him on the back of the head, and he just kind of does like this and kind of fumbles forward, and he fumbles close enough to the rope, he's gone. So I like that. I like this Royal Rumble probably better than any other game. Plus the fact that you can have 9 superstars in the ring at the same time, which makes it extra crazy and insane, especially when people are flying around using special punches and stuff. The game isn't very arcade-like, though. That's a problem I have. Like WrestleMania the arcade game, The Undertaker punches somebody and they fly 100 feet in the air. The physics of this game are exactly the same as SmackDown 1 and 2. The moves look the same, everything's the same, the grappling system's the same. So, you know, arcade game, there's no create a wrestler, and there's a story mode, but the story mode is basically you beat 10 guys and you unlock Shane McMahon or Vince McMahon. A pretty lame story mode, yes indeed. But for a game that's, you know, like an arcade game putting quarters in, that's fine. But I didn't know that when I bought it. Okay, so what else is there? Oh, okay. When you're in a match, regular match, one-on-one match, or story mode, there's a point in time in the match. If it goes too long or something, the matches are like 3 minutes long. It's quickness, put more quarters in, right? If the match goes on too long, your guy, both guys, just stand there, the lights start flickering and going all crazy, they both do this, and then you end up backstage, in a cage, or like in the kitchen. It makes absolutely no sense. I have no idea. It's just ridiculous. And it's really annoying too, because you'll just be in a match and then all of a sudden you're backstage. I have no idea. So it's really irritating. I bought this game, or I didn't buy it, but I got it for Christmas. It cost $40. So, way overpriced. This game is probably worth about $5 now. But the graphics look very solid. There's no real loading times. The weapons are kind of hilarious. On one-on-one matches, it's a one-on-one match, but it's kind of a tag match, I guess you could say. You have managers, I guess. You're facing a guy and you have a partner at all times. You can't have a match where you don't have a partner unless it's the Royal Rumble. They're outside of the ring on the floor. You press 2 buttons in combination. They come in. They either do a taunt to help you out. They hit them with some weapon, medium, small, or large, depending on which superstar you use. And or they can come in there and do a finisher, which is fun and entertaining, but you know, it's arcade style, so it's not like... There's a lot of cheating involved, to be honest, and they can break up pins and stuff if you have the right guy. So it's fun if there's a lot of people playing with you and that sort of thing. But, you know, on the Dreamcast, early days, love the fact that there's 9 people, because that was the most amount of people that you could have at the time on any game, on any system, because the Dreamcast is just that awesome. Now, I would have loved it if they had online play, but... even with the Dreamcast having a modem built into it and everything, that was not the case on this game, so another sad day. I tried to hook my internet up to it, and it just wouldn't work. I couldn't get it to fit. Nothing. I tried. It just didn't happen. But I don't know what's up with that. You could have 4 people on the Dreamcast play without the little multi-tap on the PlayStation, so that was also awesome. But compared to Attitude... well, the gameplay is much better, but Attitude had 40 freaking superstars, which Royal Rumble had like 20. And this one actually has a story mode, where this one doesn't. Well, yeah, this one has a story mode. I mean, come on. Alright, but this is the only exclusive Sega Dreamcast game that you can possibly buy. I don't understand why it doesn't have the Rumble feature built into the game called Royal Rumble, but it doesn't. Your VMU doesn't do anything special besides scroll the name Royal Rumble across it, and yeah. Only thing else I can say is you can have 9 superstars in the ring, you can play 4 people at a time. I mean, that would be cool, but if you have a Sega Dreamcast today, you probably don't have 4 friends locally. I'm just saying. If you could find this game for $5, which I did, I sold it way back in the day to get a PlayStation 2. Sad day. And I rebought it recently just to remember it and review it, basically. So if you got $5 in the Dreamcast, I would buy it just because it's fun. And like I said, if you actually have some friends, it would be even funner, but probably not. A horrible game of the time, I must say, but at least the graphics looked good. That's all I can say.